Hello, fabulous, and welcome to Isha Inspired. Are you hungry? I'm super excited today because I am going to share with you how I shop my fridge and my kitchen. So very similar to how I shop a closet, yet I get to play with all kinds of different flavors in my kitchen. So it's funny, I'm kind of an eclectic cook. I love to cook, but I love to kind of get challenged and to look and go, what do I have? How can I pair this together? Sometimes I'll even Google, or on Pinterest, here's the ingredients I have and see what comes up and see if I can make something out of it. I always twist them to make them my own because I am kind of picky and I like to have my own spin on things. But this is a fun idea for lunch that I have shared at retreats before. I've had girlfriends come to visit me and this is so fun. We'll literally put it all together and just take it out to the beach and eat it on the beach. It's a great picnic item. But what I love about it, and we're talking lunch, is it's so easy to get yourself set for the entire week doing exactly what you would do, just making a single salad for yourself. So I hope that this inspires you and that you have fun with it, because really lunch is one of the hardest for me to stay healthy, because I get busy working and I get into a creative zone. And when that happens, it's really hard for me to break from it. So if I don't have something healthy sitting there waiting for me that's easy to put together, I can make some bad choices. And has it gotten harder since we've all been at home? Because those choices are limited now. It's not like we can just run out and grab lunch. So here's what it is. It is my own personal salad bar. And basically what I do is once a week, I put it together, cook some of the items, individually jar them. This is the real key to it. And then everything is ready for me so that when I'm ready to make a salad, I'm literally just opening up jars and dumping in a bowl what it is that I want. So are you excited? Are you ready? I promise this is so easy. It is the exact same amount of time as if you were making yourself one single salad. Okay, so we are gonna start with selecting lettuce. Now here's the thing is I love different lettuces. So I like to have different ones on hand because different recipes that I have call for different things. And my favorite is red leaf lettuce, organic red leaf lettuce. I have some romaine here because I'm actually gonna grill some romaine. I will make a video on that, you'll love that. And then I have some arugula too. So 3 completely different flavors and 3 totally different textures. I typically have spinach on hand that I can throw in here, whatever it is. So here's what I do, is I just clean all this and make sure it's ready to go. I don't like to tear it up into little pieces or chop it up until I'm ready to eat it, because sometimes I feel like it could get a little wilted and I do not like that. So even when I'm talking about here, everything is separate because I don't like it all mixed together and all those juices mixed together. I feel like it makes a soggy salad and I like crisp. So I have different lettuces that are totally washed and I have them on hand all the time. And you don't have to use different ones, but it is nice. It just kind of changes up the flavor a little bit. I'm a vegetarian, so kind of up to you. You can put any protein that you want in this. I tend to use beans and fun things. My favorite to put in a salad is lentils. So this is something I just make lentils in a little bit of broth, and hopefully you have seen the scrappy broth that I've made before because it's so good in this. But what I love about this, I can have a bite of this while I'm making the salad. So if I'm starving, if I wait too long, I can at least have a little taste while I'm preparing everything. So it can be that. I love to have red kidney beans in it. I love to have garbanzo beans. So I put these in jars. I actually rinse them, wash them, cook them, whatever it is that needs to happen, and put it in jars so that it's totally ready to go and that I can see what's in it. You can't leave things in cans if you're using canned foods. And then I don't use Tupperware ever, and you'll hear me say that a million times. I'm definitely into glass. I don't eat out of plastic at all. I avoid it with all costs. I do live near the beach, so if some of these look a little rusted, I have to replace them fairly often, the lids, but it's perfect. You can also heat up in these. So if you have something, if I wanted to heat up the lentils a little bit, I can do it directly from the jar. So easy. And then I even had some quinoa left over from the other night from dinner. So I threw it in a jar and thought, oh my gosh, yay, on the salad. So you can even chop up leftover vegetables from other meals and use them for this. So I pick some sort of fun protein bean, something with a little bit of substance, and then I get to my vegetables. Okay, I love carrots, so I can have tons of carrots in it, but I love to chop everything up really small, you can see, because then every bite you get a little bit of everything, which is so fun. I have some cucumbers here, and cucumbers I have in a smaller jar. I like to use a lot of them, but they do tend to get soft really faster. So sometimes I will make a little bit, and then it's easy if I just have to cut up one zucchini. I had some, oh, somebody's been in here eating these. This was asparagus. I just steamed some asparagus and chopped it up because I love that in it. And then I even have these little jars for smaller things. So these are green onions. This is celery. I'm not a huge fan of celery, but I like the crunch, so I like a little bit in that. So I have this in smaller. Listen, even cherry tomatoes, oh my gosh, you can put anything that you want in here. If you have beets, you can cut up beets and put them in here. Like literally anything. Potatoes you can put in this. Tomatoes, you can slice up tomatoes or just stick these in. I'll tell you something about me though. I cannot stand when these pop in your mouth. So I actually do cut these up in quarters, but it's again one. I've chopped up big tomatoes and like Roma tomatoes and made them in jars, but this way is just easy. I dice them up in 4 and I don't put a whole ton in there, so I can have that. So yummy. And then, oh, and then avocado. You can't forget avocado. So these I tend to do fresh, but if you don't want to do it fresh and you want to chop them up just because maybe it's over 2 days you're going to do it, just keep the pit inside with it. So if you have the chopped up avocado, just keep the pit in with it and it will keep all the brown away. It's amazing how it works. So you can do that with guacamole too. So if you make guacamole, just keep those pits in there and it keeps it from browning. It's just like amazing. So then you can, then I like to call it fun stuff. So I love Kalamata olives. So those are a fun thing that I can put in there, even black olives, depending on what I'm putting in, green olives. Doesn't really matter. Olives, high in fat, so I try to kind of limit it because I could go a little crazy there because I love the flavor. I love that it has a lot of flavor. And then sometimes I will put cheese on. So I have some feta cheese here or Parmesan. I just keep them on hand. You know what? There's so much flavor in all of this that I don't even need that. I typically go with just a regular zesty Italian dressing that I love it on everything. I love it warm. If I was doing a spinach salad, so that's a whole nother, you can hard boil some eggs. I didn't hard boil eggs for this, but you could hard boil some eggs if you wanted to have that in it. Anything goes. So then if I want to pick a little cheese, and then here's like my favorite, my toppers. So I love seeds and I love nuts. Any kind of nuts and seeds, but I love to keep them all in. And what I do is I just roast them plain. I don't even put anything on them. And listen, I don't even salt and pepper any of the vegetables or even my salad, because I really love when there's this many vegetables with different flavors. I like to taste them. I like to taste them. And then as soon as you put something like a Kalamata olive or some cheese, it's gonna change the flavor. So these are great though to add some flavor. So today I have, and I change this up every week. Sometimes I'll have pecans, sometimes walnuts. I always have pine nuts because that's my favorite. And again, you just roast them in a pan. You don't have to put any oil, nothing in them. Just roast them and let them get a little toasty, and they get an incredible flavor. Sunflower seeds, one of my favorites, and I buy them plain, unroasted, unsalted, so that I can roast them myself. And then I love pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds add, if you've never had them on a salad, they add just a totally different texture to it. So I really, really love those. So any of these can mix and match. And again, what I love is when it's all just prepared and sitting in the fridge. If I don't feel like having tomatoes today, I don't have to put them in my salad. I can do whatever I want. So here's another thing too, is I have some organic craisins that are so good on salad too. I love them with feta cheese or even some yummy goat cheese. But any of these salads, you can totally add blueberries. You could put strawberries in it. I have watermelon that I'm going to grill this week for a watermelon salad. Here's the thing, is it can be whatever flavors you want. Can I tell you one of my favorite salads in all the land is at Stonehouse in Reno, and it is their grilled salmon fruit salad. It's so good. I can't even make it that good, but it's so good. But it's all fruit on the plate. So in the summer, it's a great idea to even do that. Hey, you could have black beans and corn and cilantro and that kind of cheese, and make a Mexican salad when you have your tomatoes. All of this stuff you can put in together. And again, it doesn't matter because it's all about your taste buds and it making it so easy on you so that you make healthy choices in your lunchtime, break. And sometimes there might be a glass of wine. I'm totally okay with that. So I hope you guys are inspired. I hope you see how easy this is. Really, the only investment you make is these jars, and they're so much better for you than Tupperware. So use the jars, try it. Tell me what things you put in your salad, because I love to be inspired by you. So thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. I'm gonna go have some salad.